Welcome to Sales 101 Tips. Today we're on chapter 10 of my book, Sales 101, What Everyone Should Know About Sales. And we're talking about selling responsibly. Now, generally, in some instances, there's a very interesting but yet negative perception of what selling is. There are people who think that salespeople just lie and cheat and just want to take money from people. And so today I'm going to be addressing the question of whether or not it's possible to sell in an ethical manner. How do we sell responsibly? There are a couple of things that you may feel compel salespeople to want to sell or succeed at any cost. For instance, time. Time is a constraint. We don't have all the time there is in the world to sell. We're usually confined to particular periods of time, and so achieving our targets seem to be quite hectic if we have deadlines. The other constraints that we face are targets. Of course, every salesperson has to deal with targets and achieving those targets. And so when you're faced with targets and the possibility of not achieving your targets, you may be compelled to do anything anyhow just to make the sale. The third thing that you may think compels you to do anything anyhow is competition. If your competitors are doing things differently from you and maybe doing things negatively, you may feel that you're compelled to do the same. But today I want to talk about selling responsibly. There are a couple of things that are involved when we say you're selling responsibly. But the bottom line is, how do you ensure that you're being ethical and yet selling? One, what you communicate must actually, as much as possible, match the experience. So if you promise a customer 12 inches of something, you don't give them 11.5 or 11.8 or even 11.99. You actually give them 12 inches. Secondly, if you give them a sample, let that sample match the actual product. That is when we say you're selling responsibly. And the third thing you can consider in your quest to sell responsibly is don't lie. Don't exaggerate when it comes to your products. Now, I know that might seem difficult to achieve if you're trying to convince someone to buy, but as much as possible, stick to the facts. Don't lie. Because to be able to sell effectively, you have to be able to build trust. And you can't build trust if you're lying to your customer. And the final thing I'll say about selling responsibly is don't badmouth your competitor. I know you want to win the deal, and so it may be tempting to say negative things about your competition. There's a difference between projecting what's valuable about your products and actually badmouthing your competitor. That's waters you don't want to get into. It's better for you to focus on what you can do properly and better than your competition than spending the very precious time you have with your customer bad-mouthing your competitor. And so those are things you should avoid if you're on the path or you want to be on the path to selling responsibly. The final thing I'm going to say today is, as much as it's tempting to do the wrong thing, I believe it's more sustainable and more effective to do the right thing, even when you're selling. Thank you for sticking with me. I'll see you again, same time next time. Bye.